Hi students, now we will move on to our next topic, approaching the crime scene of death. So whenever to a police station a call comes like one dead body or unidentified body is lying on some place, or some murder has occurred in some place, or some body is lying on the water, something like that. If some call is called, the police officers get, what they will do, they will immediately go to the scene of crime. So certain things they have to um taken care, certain steps they have to take care for while approaching the crime scene of death. So some basic rules are there for investigation of crime scene. First one is verifying the crime has been committed. Look for the signs of how it has committed, and then recover and preserve evidences that might lead to the arrest and conviction of the guilty. So first of all, what they have to do, they have to verify that the crime has been committed, the crime occurred in some place. Okay, this, the call is genuine, the call was genuine, and the police investigators, what they should do, they should verify the crime scene, and they have to verify that the crime has been committed in that place. Then look for the signs of how it was committed. Then they should search for that crimes in nearby and all those places. Is there any signs of the cause of death, or is there any evidence that relating to, like, that give clue for how this crime has happened. Then recover and preserve the evidence that might lead to the arrest and conviction of the guilty. Then after searching the crime scene, what he should do, he should recover or collect the evidences and preserve the evidences for further analysis. So this is the basic rule for investigation of a crime scene. Then for murder, though it has no tongue, also it will speak. And Shakespeare gave this comment: the dead do tell tales. Like, from the dead body, even though it can't speak, but they can give so many answers for the questions what we are asking. So there are 6 W's, the answers to these following questions the dead bodies can tell. 6 W's. First one is, who is the victim? So identification of the victim is possible. Then when the death and injury occurred, so by examining the dead body we can identify when the death occurred or when the injury or wound on the dead body occurred. Then where the death occurred, so the scene and circumstances of the death also we can get answer from that dead body. Then what are the injuries present, so the description of the injuries will be present on that dead body. So by thorough examination of the dead body we can find out the description of injuries. Then which injuries are significant, like major injuries, minor injuries, or it true injury, or artifacts or postmortem injuries, like that they will give the answer by autopsy. Then why and how injuries are produced, so like the mechanism and manner of the death, that is whether it is natural, accidental, or whether it is suicidal, or whether it is homicidal. If unnatural death, means determine the means or agent causing the death, example like the weapon used, like knife, firearm, prison, etc. And if homicide, assist in identifying the person responsible for the death. So these are the 6 W's. The from the dead body only, or from the scene of the crime only, we can identify the answers for these questions, like who is the victim, when the death and injury occurred, or where the death occurred, what injuries are present, or which injuries are significant, and why and how the injuries were produced. Then after that some steps has to be taken for the death scene investigation. First of all, the investigator, what he should do, pre-plan the death scene investigation. Then 2 or more investigators will be there, so the cooperation among these investigators should be there. and then document the full scene. Like we know the crime scene should guarded with that yellow rope, and what all the things are there in that crime scene, they should note it down and document it. And after taking notes, they have to take photographs from wide angle, like or close up photographs or mid angle photographs, like that they have to take photographs of that crime scene. Then they have to videograph the crime scene. After that, sketching of the crime scene should be there. Like you know that after taking lifting the dead body, they have to mark, before lifting the dead body, they have to mark the position how the dead body was lying. They have to sketch it, and after that, then that only they have to shift the body for autopsy. Then after that, they have to identify who is the deceased person, then examine the body, that is autopsy. Post-mortem should be done. Then other scene information, any information before post-mortem, they have to examine the body thoroughly. And then other scene information, anything is there, they have to collect it. After that, collect the evidences which may be found at the death scene. Then interview the persons or relatives, or the persons nearby, neighbors, everyone regarding the death. Then estimate the post-mortem interval at the scene, and then end the death scene investigation. So these are the steps you have to follow while doing a death scene investigation. Then we have to study the conducts and duties of the doctor at the scene of crime, and what all things he has to take care while lifting the body and moving while photographing, and what are the basic rules of preservation of medical legal evidences, and all such things that we will discuss in the next session. Thank you.